Hello everyone, my name is George Lecakes, and once again we're looking at some of the past projects I've been doing over the last, decade, if not longer, that I've been in my career path at the moment. This is one that was done probably close to 8 years ago, possibly at this time. It's a very fast visualization. This was done really primarily in the course of just a few weeks, where we created a very quick and crude model of Cooper Hospital in Camden, as well as taking some of the 3D models that we could get and then decimating them down from a CAD file, the medical school off over here. And what they really wanted to do was just create a quick rough concept of the area so that we could show off maybe what Rowan would be in the future after partnerships and successive agreements and just continued work with Camden to create a new and better university campus for everyone. And of course, we've got the existing streets and what's actually currently right there now, some of the different stores, although current as of 7, 8 years ago, not necessarily today. But the idea is that now that we have all that, we can fly on up and we can now see one possible future vision of what Rowan and its partners could be in the future. And with the wave of a button, or the press of a button, I should say, now we have our new health sciences campus, where we have all kinds of crazy buildings. Once again, a lot of this is just concept work. It doesn't mean anything in reality. And it was mainly done in about 2 weeks' time. But we can fly through, we get to see our new building, for some reason, waterfalls that are erupting off the side with vegetation coming along. We can dive in, see our solar panels and our main lobby area in the center, which kind of is an inverted pyramid all the way down in here. This particular demo is using WorldViz Vizard version 4 or 5 at the time. And so all the light baking and all the other stuff was done inside of 3D Studio Max and then brought over here as burned into the diffuse texture. So there was no light mapping or anything like that we're accustomed to that we would get in Unity. All this stuff had to be done in another application and then brought over as individual texture files. But then we can also go in and see different areas, such as a large atrium right here. This was a pitch for what the new College of Business could look like if it had a large-scale theater room. Maybe what the medical room could look like. This was from a document that we were sent, which included the breakdown of what a surgical room might look like. And then we, of course, colorized it using light baking inside of 3D Studio Max. And then, of course, what a large-scale auditorium would look like if it was light-baked and so forth. All the different areas we can fly around. Some of these areas exist, some of them don't. We can fly on in here into these different offices over here and get a better sense of what's going on. And then just some of the different rooms, cubicles and whatnot. The biggest hassle with a lot of this project was just doing all the light baking and having a good pipeline to export these assets out and have them applied to them and still look good. Classrooms, nothing terribly interesting to look at here. And then, of course, a stock business room and what that might look like, in the future. And, it's very simple stuff, simple models duplicated over and over again to create an interactive area that you can walk through and get a better sense of, what the future of this space could actually be. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this demonstration. It's a fast one, very quick, but it gives you an idea of another way that you can use VR as a kind of a virtual walkthrough for future concepts and designs to get people interested in what you're going to be doing or what a university or a company might be doing in the future. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. So long and goodbye.